you'll see a theme here, which I'll explain at the end, I think. But number 5 for me could have gone a lot differently, but it was Milton to Castles right before the half at Alabama. As kind of the clock was winding down. Great play, great drive, put Tennessee up 20-7 going into the half, and me thinking, do I need to go look for a cigar? Because I thought Tennessee had a shot there, and they did. I mean, they had a chance to really control that game at that point. Anytime you can go up 2 scores, you're in control. I just don't ask the Lions about that. But I thought that was a big play in that game, and could have been kind of a trajectory turning point of the season. Number 4 for me was Squirrel White, 50-yard bomb versus USC, ridiculous catch. I was at that game. I did not think he caught that ball. I didn't think there was any way he caught that ball. I could not believe it when they ruled that a catch, and it was a catch very clearly. And if you look at that play, if my memory is right, Tennessee is trailing at that point in the game.
You're right.
And that basically set up a score for Tennessee to give them the lead in a game against the team that ruined your season last year. So I thought that was a huge play just as far as momentum and putting Tennessee back in the lead in a game that had been sort of ugly and disjointed at that point. So that was a big one. Number 3 for me is, and maybe you'll see the theme here, Joe Milton. So setting the stage, minute 49 left to play at Kentucky on the road, a game you've got to win. Tennessee does not lose to Kentucky in football. It was 3rd and 7. I think the ball was at the 37-yard line. So you're not feeling great about kicking a field goal there with Tennessee up 6 or whatever it was. So you really can't put it out of reach with your kicking game at that point. 3rd and 7, Milton scrambles for 11 yards, stayed inbounds. That ended up that first down and the decision to stay inbounds ended up really icing the game for Tennessee. And at that point, I knew they were going to win. So that was a game sealer on the road. Tennessee road SEC win, big win and a big play by Joe. So not the highlight reel stuff maybe you'd expect, but that was a game winner. Number 2,
a vitally important play for the scope of the season.
Yeah, correct. You don't want to give the ball back to Kentucky. Right there for sure. Number 2 was Kamal Hadden, pick 6 versus South Carolina, headed towards me in the corner of the south end zone there. And that put Tennessee up 2 scores, if my memory's right. And that's when you knew, all right, this game, Vols are winning this game. That was sort of the point. That the roof about blew off Neal, and if it had a roof, it would have collapsed. That was an electric play. And I just thought it wasn't a game icer, but it really kind of felt like, all right, Vols are in control. They're going to take care of business. And they did. And then number 1 for me had to be the D. Williams punt return touchdown versus Texas A&M. Another one of those that, hey, what did this do? It gave Tennessee the lead in the game in the second half. I think Tennessee's only come from behind halftime the win at this point. And just an electric play. After he downed it at the 1 as well, previously to set up the play, an electric play gave Tennessee the lead, and then the Vols really didn't look back there and got a big win against Texas A&M. So all those really, I think, were plays that either iced the game or gave Tennessee a commanding lead in a game, or gave Tennessee the lead in a game they won. The exception being that 2 touchdown lead on the road at Bama, where you thought the Vols had a good shot. Another one. It didn't go well, but I thought it was a huge play potentially for Tennessee. But honorable mention there was Milton bomb to Thornton in Missouri. Vols were the second quarter. They hadn't scored yet, and that gave them the lead at Missouri. Now Thornton tore his leg off, but made a ridiculous catch to give Tennessee the lead. And at that point, you thought, okay, all right, Vols, let's get our stuff together. Let's get rolling. I thought that was a huge play too. So I kind of went for the plays that were the game winners or the huge momentum turns for Tennessee.